Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back to the Archvision Fam Jam. My name's Anton. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because it is our Red of Beauty and Rage full album reaction period. And we are on song number 4 now, I believe. And this is Darkest Part. So far, I'm still kind of in the middle on this record. We'll see what happens as it keeps going. But I haven't found a song yet that I've loved, you know what I mean? And I'm eagerly awaiting that. I want something that just blows me away from these guys. So anyway, before we get into this, I do want to say you guys rock. Thanks for all love and all the support. Also, if any of you have any song suggestions or album suggestions, please join the Patreon and leave them there so we can get to a reaction. Also, if you guys want to get your hands on official merchandise, please be sure to check out the Archvision apparel store down below. And if also you guys have been kicking around, you really resonate with everything we're doing around here, definitely subscribe. Join the family. Would love to have you around. And definitely hit the YouTube notification bell so you stay updated with everything we're doing. Also, if you want to get a hold of me, please do so on Discord. If you want to check out my podcast, the Archvision podcast, link down below. And that's it. So let's get into Red, Darkest Part.
Track the doubts of my soul until you found it. A darkened room, locked away, I let you in. You looked inside, then you turned away. My makeshift savior, you left me right here in my chains. But still I whisper, still I call you. I never wanted you to see the darkest part of me. I knew you'd run away. I waited, but you never came. So afraid to be alone. I tried to let you go, still I find you lost inside the darkest part of me. It's my descent.
Okay, thank God. I think that's allowed, Christian. I think you can thank God, right? That's allowed. But oh man, okay, I like this one. Okay, so the first 2 songs, I was trying to keep them open minded. I was okay, stay open. I like the lyrics, but I was there's just something missing with the choruses. I don't know. I just I wanted something more oomph, you know? Just something make it feel a bit more powerful. And it's just he started singing the chorus of this one. I'm yep. These I don't know what the difference is yet. I have to kind of reflect on that. But I wonder if you guys pick up on that too, because you a lot of you who are going to be watching this have been kicking around the channel. Well, I think a lot of you are Starset fans because a lot of my Red fans are Starset fans, and yeah, you guys know what I like and you guys know what you like. So I'm curious because I'm trying to think what do I like about this song so much that the others didn't have? And I think this is punchier, it's more upbeat, and the chorus has a honestly, frankly, I think it's poppier. I think it's kind of that more kind of pop rock appeal, a top 40 appeal, which I shamelessly enjoy. I love top 40 good rock, you know, Breaking Benjamin, you know, everything I've heard I've loved by them. Just I like it, man. I like the high energy, you know, I like the, you know, I can't say passion because the other stuff's really passionate too, but it's just I like this chorus, man. And this is nice because I was man, for you guys, I'm man, I really want to enjoy this. I want to, you know, be able to, because you know, it's fun when I really enjoy it, you know what I mean? It's more fun when I can really get into something and be enthusiastic and really just be passionate, you know? And anyway, so I think I'm digging this one. I really like this one a lot more than the ones we've heard so far. So let's get back into it.
I tried to let you go, still I find you lost inside the darkest
this riff thing too. It's cool. I got chills on this one. Okay, dude, honestly, I like this so much. Like I love good songwriting on this one too, I've noticed. So first verse, really kind of stripped back, basic. First chorus, loved it. Second verse, they add that kind of like ambient rough guitar. That just gives it some grit, gives it some velocity. You know what I mean? And then just boom, right into that chorus again. And that chorus is catching on. I'm like, and man, I like the lyrics too, man. I can definitely relate to this. It's like, we'll get into it later at the end, but definitely like, being afraid to show all of who you are for, fear of when you show that part of you that you're most ashamed of. Because we all have it. I know I have it. And I only started kind of opening up about some things in my past, like close friends and stuff, like maybe like 3 years ago or whatever. But dude, that stuff fucking eats you alive. And, I can definitely relate to that. Just that primal fear of just be like, okay, that like there's certain things I open up to people, and there's certain things that are locked away forever, because that stuff I am ashamed of. Like that stuff is unlovable, unacceptable, any stuff from childhood, or just stuff that happened, and the stuff that makes you feel worthless. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's what hits me so much with this. Like, first of all, I like Michael's chorus in this. I like I said before, I was waiting for like him to do a melody placement that just gets me, and this is kind of what gets me. Plus that emotional delivery that you guys were talking about finally is warming up to me. I'm kind of getting more into this. And yeah, so this is cool. But anyway, let's get back into it. Cool guitar. Ooh, cool harp. Was it him? Yeah. Okay. We're in business. I'm excited for this record now. I have one song under my belt that I like. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit rough when you get two songs in a row that you're kind of like, you're in the middle on. You're like, is this whole album gonna be kind of me just being in the middle? And no one likes being in the middle. So now I'm like, okay, cool. I have my hope. I'm like, cool. If we go another 4 songs where I'm kind of iffy, I'm like, I still have hope. I'm like, we might get another Darkest Part. So yeah, I'm excited. But man, yeah, that's cool. So he realized at the end that, the person that he's been running from, the person hunting him, is himself. And in some sense, that is kind of how it feels sometimes. You know, sometimes it feels like this dark part of you, the shadow. You know, your shadow is like hunting you. It's like it's trying to eradicate everything you do right. Like the weird thing about darkness and the weird thing about the things that we dislike about ourselves is that there is this kind of sense that as you spiral down, you descend faster and further. There's momentum to ascension and descension. And there is this like kind of thing where like as you're falling apart, there's this part of you that's just like fucked up and it says like, you know what, we're here. Let's destroy everything. You know, I mean, I've been there, you've been there, I guarantee everybody's been there. Like, unless you're fucking Gandhi, like, you haven't been there. But us mortals, you know, we've all been there, right? And I know when I'm like, I haven't been there for probably a year and a half. But man, I know there's some moments where like I was in a fight with someone and I just, you know, you just want to hurt them. And like after you do that first dagger, you're like, okay, like I'm in the deep end now. Like there's no getting out. You may as well like just twist the knife. And it is this weird part that it's like the darkness in you is hunting the light. It's like it's trying to be like, if there's any light here, let's just throw it away. There's no point. We've already kind of, you know, we made our pact with the devil. We made our deal with the devil. And yeah, it's interesting. And, you know, and the crazy thing is, if you give into that darkness, like, you know, like I said before, like we all have the parts of ourselves that we're ashamed of. We all have the parts of ourselves that we think are unlovable and unforgivable. And a lot of them stem from childhood. Like a lot of the time, what happens in childhood has a cascading effect on the next 20 years of our lives. And then the subsequent things that we feel shame of and the things that we've screwed up in our lives usually stem from that genesis point in our childhood. And they're kind of like the thread that leads back. And yeah, that stuff can be dark. And, you know, you have to, I feel like, you know, because like I got some crazy skeletons on my mom's side of the family. Like my grandpa was a monster. We figured out after he died how fucked up he was. Like that dude had skeletons, man. And it's crazy because you guys know me. I speak very highly of my mother. I think my mother is an incredible human being. She was the best mom I could have ever had. She's honestly like, I know what it says, like, you know, you got your shit together, Anton. I'm like, cause of my mom. My mom is an impeccable human being. And when my mom and I joke, we're like, how the hell did you end up so like fine when your father was an absolute fucking monster? Like the shit he did. Like I won't get too much into it, but the shit he did to my aunt, my mom's sister, the eldest, his eldest daughter, the shit he did to her was like we're talking packs the devil kind of dark shit, like fucked up stuff. And you know what I mean, it's like, and this is why like I don't believe in secrets. Like I'm just like, those things you're ashamed of, they fester in the darkness. The darkness preys on darkness. It preys on keeping the darkness around because it can manipulate you through darkness. And what's the antidote to darkness? Light, right? Knowledge, awareness. When you like, all it takes is opening up about what's happened to you and you bring the light in and it starts to dissipate the darkness. So it's like the darkness is always telling you, don't tell people, you know, don't share this, don't open up, you know, people won't accept you, they'll leave you, right? The dark is part of you. But it's like, fuck that. Open up to people. Find someone you trust. Find someone that, you know, will love you even no matter what you say. Like my buddy Christian, he's one of my best friends. I fucking love Christian to death because, man, me and him, like we can tell each other fucking anything. Like that guy Christian is so wise, you know, and he's younger than me, but man, that guy has wisdom to him. And I'm sure he feels the same way about me, but like he can open up about anything to me. I can open up anything. It's so important. You got to find one person in your life where you can just open up and just be completely vulnerable with, because that's where the healing starts. You know what I mean? Or find a therapist, you know, someone who is their job to accept you. You know what I mean? They're being paid to accept you. But I'm half kidding, half being serious. Like, find a therapist. I think therapy is extremely important. A good therapist, a bad therapist can, you know, I don't know. Yeah, you know, actually, yeah, a bad therapist can fuck you up too. Like, you know, Therapists are just people too, right? Find someone that you vibe with, you trust, and open up. Like, if you're a Christian, you believe in the devil preys on you in the darkness. So bring light to it. And if you don't believe in spirituality or whatever, same laws still apply. I don't care what the force is. If you're spiritual, the force is metaphysical. If you're atheistic, the force is internal. It's yourself, right? It's your collective unconscious or whatever, or your unconscious, subconscious mind. It doesn't matter where it comes from. The same rules apply. Darkness preys upon darkness. Darkness permeates and mutates in darkness. You have to bring light to that. You have to bring awareness. You have to face that. You have to open up to it. Even, I know, sometimes it feels like there's a fucking dagger there. And that the moment you want to open up, it's just twisting that knife. And it's so painful. But if you actually look at it, it makes no sense. The pain that you feel from the idea of opening up, you're terrified of an idea. You're terrified of a future that probably will never even come. Right? Because dude, you guys have told me some fucked up stuff. I'll be quite frank. So that there's quite a bit of you that have opened up to me, and I still love you. I still care. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? We all and now it's okay, cool. We've got 10 people opening up. Cool. You know what I mean? Now it's nobody by themselves with this baggage or this shame or whatever. We're all, and we're not holding on to it. We're letting it go. You know what I mean? I'm not holding on to your pain for you. I'm a conduit that you can release your pain into the ether through. Right? That's all it is. Don't don't hold on to people's pain. That just brings you down. You got to find a way to let pain wash through you. You got to be like water, as Bruce Lee would say, right? Be water, right? Don't hold on to things. Don't crystallize. Don't freeze up and take people's pain as your own. That's another problem. There's a drawback to empathy, and empathy is a beautiful gift. Empathy used correctly is a conduit. Empathy used incorrectly is a prison. Because, dude, it brings you down. I've been there. Because I'm an empath naturally, I'm very empathetic. So, it used to be, I'd carry people's pain, and it would drag me down. I wasn't able to be fully who I was supposed to be, carrying other people's pain. It's only when I've kind of realized that, no, I'm not holding on to people's pain. I'm just a conduit. I just let it flow through me. I ask the questions. I look people in the eyes, and they feel safe enough to let go of it. And it's gone. And you can work on it. But you gotta find someone to open up to. Every single one of us has to. And I am so fortunate it was someone in my blood family, like my mom. I was able to, I'm lucky I have such a wise mother who didn't shame me, when I opened up, and about things, I've done, or, things I've thought about doing or whatever. And then that gave me the confidence to be like, okay, cool, there are people that can love you no matter what your faults are, And then I, found other people in my life. We all have to. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this song as much as I did. I'm so happy to find a Red song that I really vibe with. And that's it. So if you like the video and you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is like the video. And if you resonate with everything we're doing around here, definitely subscribe. That would be fantastic. Also, if you guys have any song suggestions or album suggestions, join the Patreon and leave them down there in the Patreon so we can do a reaction to them. Also, if you want to get your hands on official merchandise, Archvision Apparel store down below. And if you want to check out my podcast, you got it down below. And if you want to get a hold of me or the community, we are hanging out on Discord. Download Discord, link down below, and hang out with us there. That's it. So, I'll see you again tomorrow. I love you guys.